I like being able to fire people.
The good news is you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
I know why jobs come and why they go.
Go, you're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired.
I'm gonna need your key card.
I know how jobs are created and how jobs are lost.
Piggy, you are fired. You are fired. Piggy, you are fired. Fired.
I understand how jobs come and how jobs go.
You're fired.
I like being able to fire people.
And hearing the second hot button can only mean one thing. It's a special Monday edition of the I have no idea what I'm doing hour. Isn't that right, Rini? I have no idea what I'm doing.
It's actually the Way Too Random show hour.
Oh, that's right. I stole an hour of Rini's show today because of things. And I'm wondering if Dylan wants to come in and join us for a minute. So, Dylan, you want to come in?
Join us, Dylan.
Kyle, you're going to have to move over a mic. So are you, Rini.
No, it's my mic. No, it's my mic.
You guys could share a mic,
You
too.
can share a mic.
You guys could share, or you can have the one right here. Here, Kyle.
Or, that's even better. You don't get a stand, Kyle.
No, it could be worse. Because you could be at Bowling Green taking classes right now.
Oh.
Too soon.
Oh, too soon.
What?
Afro Mike.
Kyle, you're fired. Okay. So, okay, Kyle, I can already tell you're moving that microphone.
I'm sorry.
That's not a big deal. So, today is February 27th, 2017, as we are all aware. 5 years ago today, the events, and you should be wearing headphones if you so desire. 5 years ago today, the events of Chardon High happened. And I just want to talk about that a little bit. I mean, it's been 5 years since that happened. It's hard to realize and hard to think that I was only 19 when that happened. Guys, yeah. I do have one thing to say about that. We're getting old.
Yeah.
First of all. But figure we go around, just talk about where we were when we found out. I'll start. I was actually... What are you doing, Rini?
I'm taking Kyle's headphones.
Oh, because they're tangled or something? Okay.
No, because he actually should have those headphones
because
because those are closer to him.
Okay. But anyway, as I was saying, I was actually at home, and I actually had some friends that were at Chardon the day everything happened. And I woke up about 8 o'clock that morning thinking, today is a normal day. I'm just going to sit here, watch the news. I was working late that day because I think Warren had gotten sick or something, but I don't remember. And I woke up, turned on WKYC, one of my favorite stations at the time, and breaking news, Chardon High School shooting, da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So I run into my mom's bedroom. She's asleep at this point, too. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard me really fling the door wide open and slam it as hard as I can, but I almost broke the door that morning because I wanted to wake her up and make sure that she found everything out. I will say it was very hard that day driving past 44 because I live near 90 in Vernon Road. It was very hard for me to drive past 44 knowing what was going on 5 miles away that morning. Where were you, Dylan?
I was in my social studies class. I was like...
Were you in high school at the time?
Yeah, I was in high school. I think I was either a senior...
No, it was 2012, Dylan.
2012, so I was a junior.
Junior.
Wow, I feel old.
You're just a baby.
Yeah.
I feel super
Dylan's the baby of the group here. And, I mean, you have to feel sad. I mean, At first you gotta feel sad, but then we'll get into this a little bit more here in a few minutes, but how everything has changed in 5 years. Well, we'll get into that in a little bit after I hear from Kyle and Rini. We'll go to Kyle next because ladies last for this segment.
Ladies are always last.
No, ladies will be first in the next question.
Ladies are last this time.
Ladies, that's right, Kyle.
Is my mic on? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I can't hear myself. I don't know. Oh, well. Anyway.
As long as I can hear you, we're good.
2012. I think I was at work.
Were you?
I think I was because I was at my job. Yeah, I was at work. And then somebody flipped on the news on the TV. Well, or I had the news on the TV, but they switched channels because the one news wasn't covering anything. It was just showing the weather, and then I flipped on that. I was like, geez, now what happened? And then I see the big bold what?
We're talking about Chardon right now, Jeremiah.
And a big bold caption thing came across the screen, and Chardon shooting was like, oh jeez.
Yeah.
I thought he was on one of his normal submarine of whatever.
No, not this time.
Especially after the 2-hour cold chili thing.
Oh, okay.
Shut up, Jeremiah.
Well,
sorry, chili does not
if you
need
do
2
have a
hours
minute,
to cool
we'll talk to
down.
you too when you have a few minutes.
Especially if it's Lakeland chili, yeah, it does.
But Rini, where were you and everything when you first found out?
I was here at Lakeland.
Were you?
I feel old.
I do. I feel old too.
Oh, I was here in class. I think it was math class because math is very challenging.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Now, there was a couple people I was hoping would be here today that are not.
Nope.
My old co-host Sarah was one of them. I reached out to her on Facebook, but she never responded because she went to Chardon and she was there the day everything happened. Another one's actually in cab right now, Kaylin. They're having a meeting right now. They're free about 11:30, but we're gonna move on by then. But what I have noticed in the 5 years is just the strengthening of the community in general. I mean, you don't go through something like that and then not have some sort of strength. Have you guys noticed anything over the last 5 years?
Chardon?
Yeah, I mean, I know you guys aren't really from Chardon. I probably live closer to Chardon than the three of you, because I know you're in Madison.
Yeah.
Definitely nowhere near Chardon.
Yeah, I know where you live. I've taken you home before. But I mean, it's hard to think about stuff like that possibly even happening, you know? And I know Lakeland at one point was offering active shooter trainings. And I don't know if that's still happening, and maybe I forget what, I think it's Sergeant Gagliardi. I forget what his job title is.
I think it's Sergeant.
Is it Sergeant?
Yeah.
Maybe Sergeant Gagliardi can shed a little bit more light on that on Wednesday. Maybe I'll show him the first half of this and have him put out a little bit more about all that fun stuff that he does. Well, it's not fun stuff, all that stuff that he does in order to make sure of things.
If you want a better history, of shootings,
I don't really want one.
don't just look at Chardon shooting, even though that's why you
There's
are
Columbine.
on this
Yeah,
hour right
Columbine.
now. Look at the history of shootings
Virginia
since
Tech.
Chardon.
Well, no, Virginia Tech was before Chardon.
Yes, Vautech was before. And I know this is a very serious topic for a Monday
that was the first
morning.
one that happened, didn't it?
But it's a Monday morning, so you better be waking up.
Hey,
Yeah.
it's Manic Monday. Quiet.
Kyle,
Quiet.
stop running your hand on the mic. It's echoing in the headphones.
I'm sorry. What am I doing? Am I stroking the mic or something?
No, but no, I hope you're not. But anyway,
Not holding it.
you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play Cart Computer for just a second, because there are some more things that we'll probably discuss when we come back live on the.
Live on the Way Too Random show.
Except it's not so random today.
Oh, nope.
We'll be right back after I take care of a few things. Now I sound like Matt Bossman. Too bad he's not here right now.
Who's fired?
You're listening to Lake Effect Radio, the official radio station of Lakeland Community College in Kirtland, Ohio.
Lake Effect Radio presents a local music spotlight on Lakeland's Lake Effect Radio. Punch Drunk, Tagalongs, Hazy.
Stayed inside and stored into my
welcome back to the way too random hour that's not so random today show, I guess. Right,
And
Rini?
it's more than just an hour. It's actually 2 hours.
But I stole an hour of Rini's show today. I'm sorry, Rini. Actually, I'm not sorry.
No, don't be sorry.
Not sorry.
Yes, yeah, like Dylan said, sorry, not sorry.
Never be sorry.
So, we pulled up, well, actually, Rini pulled up, not we, an article ran in, was this Cleveland.com?
Yes, this is Cleveland.com. Anybody who wants to jump onto the site.
Livestream.com/Lake Effect for those of you who would like to tune in on the live stream, or if you want to download the Lake Effect Radio app from the Google Play Store.
Yep.
Right, Jeremiah, if you're around? I don't see Jeremiah right now, but that's beside the point.
Now, I wanted to go back and repeat a couple things that we had previously said before we went on to a commercial.
Okay.
As I had stated, don't just look at the Chardon shooting and history of shootings. Look at all the shootings that has happened since then. And I want you to really look at them and tell me if there are hidden heroes in any of those shootings.
Well, I'm sure there are.
The reason I say this is because of the article that I pulled up. There, if you get a newspaper today, like the Plain Dealer or especially the News Herald, you're going to find a story about what happened 5 years ago at Chardon High School. Okay. Now, back in June 24th, 2013, Sports Illustrated released a magazine on the coach who heroically was involved with the Chardon shooting, which is what we have pulled up. And I just wanted to put a shout out that I think it's amazing that they went back to see how this coach Frank Hall, 5 years after the shooting, is still going out there and is still trying to do good for children, for kids, not just in high school, but of all ages. So I'm going to throw this out there. Tim, were you in high school at the time of the shooting?
No.
No, you were in your first year of college, correct? Second semester.
Second year.
Second year.
I've been at Lakeland since 2010.
There you go.
And I was 2012 at the time.
Second year. So second year, you probably know Coach Frank Hall.
I didn't go to Chardon.
Well,
I have friends who
have friends who know
there
him.
you go.
That's it.
Much
you
better.
Have friends who know him.
Yes.
From the friends that know him, what's your feelings on him?
Well, honestly, I think Frank did what people would have done. You know, it's first of all, Coach Hall, from what I've read, does not want any of the press that he's gotten over the years. He never wanted the coverage. It's just, I'm going to do what every human being should want to do. You know, if I see Kyle hurt, say he broke his leg in the hallway, I will want to be able to help Kyle and make sure that Kyle's okay. You know, Kyle, don't break your leg, though. That would be bad.
Yeah, Kyle, don't break your leg.
Okay.
I'll make sure to fall down a flight of stairs for you.
Let's not do that. But that's the thing.
If you fall down a flight of stairs, do it Ninja Turtle style.
Oh, thanks. I just say Rini pushed me.
Anyway.
Anyways, it has been 5 years since Frank Hall, who's 43 years old now, chased shooter T.J. Lane out of the cafeteria at Chardon High School, where Lane killed 3 students and injured 3 others on February 27, 2012. Hall and his wife Ashley have adopted 10 children.
Yes. That's another thing. He's adopted 10 children.
That's a lot.
I mean, I
It's like cheaper by the dozen almost.
well, my girlfriend, it kind of is, but that's beside the point. My girlfriend and I have talked about not having children at all. Okay, and you adopt 10. That just puts things in perspective for somebody like me. You know.
Well, yeah, because look at the 10 kids that he adopted. One, they got adopted by 2 people who obviously want to give them a good future. Obviously have a real passion and drive for child education. They're giving these kids a better chance of actually going out and make a good life with themselves in whatever path they decide to go down. They know that they have a good foundation. So what's wrong with adopting 10 kids? Nothing.
It's expensive, but
It doesn't matter if it's expensive. Would you adopt 10 kids, Kyle?
not 10. Well, maybe like 2 or 3, but not 10.
Why would you adopt a kid in the first place?
Well, it's one thing if your girlfriend or wife can't have kids, then you look to adoption, possibly.
And what if you can?
If you can't adopt kids,
No. If you can have kids, but you want to adopt instead.
I don't really know how to answer that.
Oh.
I see. If I was adopted, I'd adopt probably one kid.
My girlfriend's actually adopted.
See? You should talk to her more about it, like what it does for her.
Oh, look, we can fire Jeremiah now.
No, Kyle. No.
You're fired anyway.
I just felt like doing that to him.
That's fine. So, should we make Jeremiah answer the same question I asked the three of you earlier?
Yeah,
Or
where were
boy.
you? Where were you
Were
5
you home
years ago?
sleeping?
No.
No.
I
I know Jeremiah wasn't
Here
home.
with us.
I was here. Class, all that stuff.
Here at Lakeland.
Downstairs. Because you see a bunch of people sitting around the TV monitor that's down there.
Go down the
S
steps.
building.
See
so you
what-
go over there and
See what the whole panic is about. See people who are going to school here in tears over the news.
oh, a messed up thing was one guy, he got out of a test or got out of class. He took time to go into breakers. He walked out, he seen all of us and asked, well, what's going on? And then he said, that's where I was just going.
Jeez.
Ouch.
They said, yeah, they have it blocked off all around, so don't bother going.
Just stay here.
Stay here. Stay where
Or
it's
go
safe.
home.
Yeah.
One
That's
or the
actually
other.
something else. I don't just want to hear from the students inside this little square room. I want to hear from the students outside of the square room. If you are a Chardon student and you were there 5 years ago,
Or if you were,
or if you have a family member that was there, or if you know somebody that went to school there, what are your feelings? Where are you today since those 5 years?
yes, that's where I wanted to go with that. If you're out there listening, how has Chardon grown in the 5 years since?
And how have you grown with it?
Yes. We will talk about that
After this
after this
musical break.
commercial break.
After this commercial break.
Right, Kyle?
Right, Kyle?
Oh, and we still have the article up on our live stream. Should you want the link, we can actually put the link in our. That's what we'll do. We'll put the link to the article Rini pulled up in our live stream chat, livestream.com/lakeeffect. And it's there for you if you would like to read it. As far as anything else is
Or
concerned.
get a newspaper.
Or get a newspaper. Isn't Cleveland.com the plain dealer?
No.
No?
No.
Was it News Herald?
No.
I don't know.
They link together.
I don't think
So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take another commercial break.
We'll
And then
get
we'll be
to you
back.
later.
Of course, for Sec 4 Breakers, livestream.com/lakeeffect. And hopefully, Matt Bossman will join us shortly.
Yeah, and remember, you're tuned in with the Way Too Random Show.
What's up, everyone? You're listening to Lake Effect Radio. I'm Sam Kirkman from Blue Radio.
Are you a single mom? If you are, there's a program called SMART, or Single Mothers Achieving Real Triumph. SMART is a support, networking, and scholarship program which helps single mothers achieve academic success. The requirements: you must participate and be a new student either in your first or second semester in college, have demonstrated financial need, or attend colleges on Tuesdays and Thursdays, at least 6 credits, and you must be available to attend workshops. Students must be enrolled in English 0111 or English 1111 to participate. This is an on-campus daytime program, and some of the program benefits are you can gain access to resources which are available to students that you might not otherwise know about, acquire skills to help you interact effectively with instructors and college personnel, and meet weekly for support and networking. If you're interested in this program, give a call to the Women's Center at Lakeland Community College at 440-525-7322 or email vwilliams@lakelandcc.edu.
Lakeland students, pick up the latest issue of the Lakelander student newspaper to stay up to date with what's happening around campus. The Lakelander will keep you informed and entertained with all the latest campus news, music, reviews, political commentary, and everything in between.
Be sure to watch us live on www.livestream.com/lakeeffect.
Now you can earn bachelor's and graduate degrees close to home through Lakeland Community College's Holden University Center. Choose from a variety of degree programs at 7 Ohio colleges and universities. Taking classes your first couple of years at Lakeland will save you thousands. Register online for a Holden University Center General Information Session held the last Wednesday of each month. Learn more at lakelandcc.edu/UC. Lakeland's Holden University Center. Stay here, go far.
Textbooks on reserve at Lakeland Library. Select textbooks are now available for students to check out and use in the library. Donations of current textbooks to the textbook on reserve. Programs are encouraged from instructors and students. If your textbook is not currently available in the library, please contact your instructor to provide a copy of their textbook for the Textbook on Reserve program. For more information on the library-initiated Textbook on Reserve program, please call 440-525-7424.
Hey Lakeland, start off your semester right with a charged mobile device. Now at Lakeland, we have 4 mobile device charging stations that can be used for free throughout the campus. They are located in Breakers, E-Lounge, C-Lounge, and Y Building Game Room. Each device comes with 8 cords for mobile devices. Get charged up today. These were provided by Lakeland Student Government.
It's Lake Effect.
Watch us live at www.livestream.com/lakeeffect.
Now, more than ever, a college education is a necessity. If you want to get ahead, then Lakeland Community College is here to help. Lakeland's tuition is low, and classes are offered day, night, weekends, or online. You can get a college education conveniently and affordably. Earn a degree, start a bachelor's, or upgrade job skills. Lakeland has the education you need for today and tomorrow. Lakeland Community College. Opportunity starts here. Visit lakelandcc.edu. lakelandcc.edu.
Are you a pop-punk music fan? Well, you're in luck. On April 29th, the Spring Fling Festival returns to the Agora, featuring performances by Mayday Parade, Knuckle Puck, Real Friends, Sorority Noise, Tiny Moving Parts, and many more. Tickets are available at springflingtickets.com.
Employer on campus, now hiring, Weedman, we care for your lawn. Now hiring for marketing supervisor, community outreach representative, and sales. Monday, February 27, 2017 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Bookstore Hallway A building. Dress professionally and bring your own resume.
You're listening to Lake Effect Radio.
Employer on campus, now hiring, Weedman, we care for your lawn. Now hiring for marketing supervisor, community outreach representative, and sales. Monday, February 27, 2017 from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. in the Bookstore Hallway A building. Dress professionally and bring your own resume.
Welcome back to the way too random but not too random hour today, at least for the first hour, right, Rini?
Right.
That's right. So, Matt did join us for the second half of the program as promised. So, Matt, first of all, how we doing?
Good. How you doing?
Life is good?
Good.
Now, there's something you need to do first.
Yes.
You need to fire Kyle.
No, it's Matt's day.
That goes without saying, doesn't
Okay.
it?
Yes, it does.
But it's Matt's day. How come it's my day?
2-hour Coley
Oh, shut up, Jared.
Fired. You're not listening to your boxer.
I don't think we need to, have our GM fire us. That's actually kind of sad. When our advisor's right here who can fire him. So this is kind of an interesting situation. Tim, you're in charge.
I'm not going to fire Jeremiah.
Oh, yeah, I just did it.
Well,
Did what?
You know what?
You know what? Guess what? I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I understand. Yeah.
Correct. But anyway, back to a more serious topic, Matt. You don't get out of the questions that everybody else had to answer.
Okay.
So today, as we've mentioned before, is the 5-year anniversary of Chardon High School. Sad.
Yeah.
But and actually, there's Kaylin. Hi, Kaylin. We're actually gonna. Do you have a minute?
Yeah, I have like 8 minutes.
8 minutes, Dylan.
Oh my God.
So, yes, we have a big panel today, Kaylin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you're actually gonna get out of it for a minute.
Yeah, let her go first.
Let ladies
because
first.
Kaylin, I know.
Yes.
Kaylin was. Hold on. Let me make sure our mics are up here. Kaylin was actually a Chardon student at the time everything happened. And were you senior that year?
I was a sophomore.
You were a sophomore that year.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
So, if there's anybody here that has a direct connection to everything that happened, besides Matt, because your friend was supposed to be there.
I'll explain that later. Yeah,
but it would be Kaylin.
Yeah.
How do you think the community has grown through the last 5 years since everything has gone down? You get to talk into the mic.
Chardon has always been like a super close, for the majority, close-knit town. It's really revamped that sense of community, especially right after. I think now it's kind of gotten back to a normal state, but no one ever forgets something like that, so it's always in the back of our minds. But we're slowly getting back to the new normal, as they call it. So,
well, we're very thankful that you were willing to join us. I mean, I know this is something that I know a lot of people wouldn't want to relive at all.
Yeah.
But the fact that you're here talking to us about it instead of, I don't know what else you would be doing right now. We really do appreciate you coming on for a minute and saying anything that you want. I mean, if there's anything you want to say, feel free.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is that for Chardon, we don't want to be remembered just solely for that day. Yes, we want to remember the names of Danny, Demetrius, and Russell. It's really important that we don't forget their names. But we also want to be known for a community that came together and overcame through kindness. We don't want it to be like, oh, Chardon, that's where that happened. We were like, no, Chardon, this is where we have the best student section. We have the kindness people. So that's really what I want our story to be.
One of the things that I know that came out of Chardon after everything happened, and I know this because I'm friends with you and Sarah, was the AC4P chapter in Chardon.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about that for a second?
So yeah, about like 3 months after the shooting, a group of Virginia Tech students came to Chardon, and their message was just recognizing people for acts of kindness, and they started it after their shooting at their school, which killed 32 students, and they are coming up on 10 years this April. So their message was really simple: recognize people for acts of kindness, and that creates a ripple effect. And through that, we kind of found our purpose to give back and sustain the compassionate culture that we had post-shooting. Because after the shooting, we had thousands of cards filling the school. There wasn't a single wall that didn't have a card on it. There were students checking in on each other, people going out of their way to be kind, and we wanted to sustain that in some way. And that was really our vessel to sustain that. So...
I think Kaylin needs a hug.
Thank you.
Well, while you're giving her a hug, I'm going to throw a question at her.
Oh.
Okay, I actually have a question to throw at her too, but you go first.
Okay. Coach Frank Hall,
Mm-hmm.
can you describe to us who weren't there exactly what he was and meant to the school after the shooting and during the shooting?
I think it was the same before, during, and after. Coach Frank Hall is a one-in-a-lifetime person. He would give you the shirt off his back, and he would do that, pre-shooting. The shooting, yes, changed him, but he's always been that person you can always go to, that would do anything for you. I mean, him and his wife have adopted 10 children. If that gives you any judgment of their character, they take in people and they love them, and they treat everyone like family. So that's Coach Frank Hall for you.
Do you feel his action of chasing the shooter was the right idea?
As opposed to what?
As opposed to just following protocol. Because if you any school, every school has a protocol where if there is a shooter in the building, you are to not approach the shooter. You are to follow the shooter's directions. You are to stay down on the ground underneath your desk against
I've
the
never
wall,
heard that
hidden.
before.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to confront the shooter.
I think he just acted on instinct, and I think he saved a lot of lives that day, because as soon as he started running towards him, he ran out of the building. So I think him acting on instinct did save lives. So it might not have been protocol, but he did what he felt was necessary.
And in that type of situation, I would think that you would be acting on instinct. I mean, I know you get trained in protocols of all sorts of different things, and ranging from tornado drills to fire drills to
There's a stranger in the
lockdown.
building,
There's a straight lockdown, all that stuff. But in the end, you act on instinct more than anything else. I think we can all agree on that.
I think it's people train for that kind of thing, but when training is one thing, but when you're actually confronted with the situation, you change because it's it just changes. It just changes because you're not used to that situation happening. So you just need to act on what you know how to do, not what you were told to do. So,
well, we do appreciate you joining us, Kaylin.
Yes, Kaylin. Thank you
So
for joining us.
if you have other things you need to go do, feel free.
Okay.
But I
Alright.
do appreciate any time that you gave us, all the time you gave us today.
Yeah, of course.
So
Thank you for remembering Chardon. It's definitely something that we still keep on the forefront, but so it's nice to talk about it, especially in this light.
We appreciate your time, Kaylin.
All right. Well, thank you.
Take care, all right?
Have a wonderful day, guys.
All right, see you later. So, the last little mini segment here before we move on to our sports talk and card opening that I have behind me is Matt.
Yeah.
Matt, you were telling me before Kaylin walked in that you had a friend that was supposed to be there on that day. And hold on one second. Dylan, we need to move this down so I can actually look at Matt. There we go. Instead of trying to peer at you through the 2-inch gap on the mic stand. Tell us a little bit about, first of all, why wasn't he there?
So, at the time, my buddy, he'll remain nameless, but he was in the Auburn Career Center program for engineering, electrical engineering. And his stepdad that morning got fired from his job. Or he got fired that week, that Friday, and he had to return the company car. So he was going to drive my buddy to school, and he said, actually, I need you to drive the company car, drive me, or drive behind me. I need to drop off the car at my work, and then I need you to drive me home, or I need you to, I'll drop you off at the school, and then I'll take your car home. And so they went to drop off the car, and instead of going straight to school like he normally would, and then going to the career center after the bell, he went, dropped off the car with his stepdad, and that's when everything took place. So it was kind of, it was a good thing that he had to do that. And, his stepdad, they're all religious Christians, and his stepdad, his testimony to his faith was, if he had not gotten fired that week, his son could have been in a really tough spot. Yeah, a bad situation. And he said so it was either losing his job or potentially something happening to his son, and he or his stepson, and he said he didn't see that until it happened. He didn't see that. He didn't come to that realization. So the thing, and then he, a couple weeks later got hired somewhere, and now he's like the top dog of
well, good for him.
Yeah, so for the stepdad. So the thing about it is that my buddy, at the time I had just been friends with him for about a year or two, and I knew that it affected him. But he wasn't there, and he knew some of the people. He even knew the shooter. And so it kind of makes you stop and think. When things like in life, when things happen, everybody has their own way of life, what they do, what they say, how they live, and for something in that community to, unfortunately, it took something like that to bring them together. Just like in any school, there's cliques. Everyone goes to their clique. And unfortunately for Chardon, it was something of that nature to make them all realize we're not just, the popular kids, the nerds, the nobodies, we shouldn't be branched off. We need to come together for a greater cause. And that's redemption. That's, overcoming the situation and learning how to grow.
I think Kalen said it best. Like, that's where how their AC4P was born.
Yeah.
So again, thank you to Kalen for jumping on with us for even just a minute. But on that note, you're all set?
Yeah. Did you want to ask that question or
no?
Okay, you're good.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to restart the stream.
Okay.
For just a second, because I'm going to make this a whole just a video by itself, and then the last couple minutes we'll discuss anything else you guys want to discuss. I see Rini pulled up. What is that?
Oh, don't worry. That's for the second hour.
That's for the second hour. Okay.
The second hour.
Okay, so we'll be right back after this commercial break. Wait, I shouldn't be so enthused about a commercial break. Actually, we're going to go ahead and actually just wrap up for the first 45 minutes. So you've been listening to the Way Too Random Hour, right, Rini?
Way too random show.
Except today is not so random.
Yeah.
Today is actually probably, I would like to think that today is the most serious episode of the Way Too Random show you've ever done.
It's one of the most serious ones.
And the fact of the matter is, she's not even running the board. How did that happen?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Because a weird advisor guy had to crash the party.
Some jerk named Tim crashed the party.
The boss took over the board. I'm helpless over here.
Actually, the boss is right here. Just letting you know.
Let me see here. Do we still have a wrong answer buzzer? Oh, it's number 6. Okay. So we'll be right back here. Live stream.com/Lake Effect, first, second, 4 breakers.